In this video, we will take a look at designing a model for our linear program. Now that we understand the problem using our own words, we are ready to take our words and to translate it into a mathematical model. To make our lives easier, let's start with the second question, which was, what decisions can I make? And we need to decide how many chocolate chip cookies to make and how many sugar cookies to make. These are what we call decision variables. All right, so let's give them a variable. Let's have XC represent chocolate chip cookies, and let's have XS represent our sugar cookies. All right, done. Next, we need to translate our goal into its objective function. Here, our goal is to maximize revenue, and we're going to do that by selling different amounts of chocolate chip cookies and different amounts of sugar cookies. And the prices for each were given to us in the problem. $1.50 for chocolate chips and $1 for the sugar cookies. However, because we're working in batches, we need to multiply each by 20, which gives us $30 for a batch of chocolate chip cookies and $20 for a batch of sugar cookies. All right, and now we have our objective function. Next, let's move on to our constraints, which will follow the same linear format as the objective function. Except this time, we need to set a limit because we have limited ingredients. And we do this by using the less than or equal sign and the limit. All right, let's go through each constraint. Let's start with the butter constraint. The recipe tells us that we will be using 2 sticks of butter for the chocolate chip cookies and another 2 for the sugar cookies. And we know that we can't go over the 6 sticks that we have available to us in our ingredients. Now, let's apply what we just did to the rest of the constraints. And here we have a summary of the mathematical model we just made. Our objective function shows us that we're trying to maximize the amount that we make by selling batches of chocolate chip cookies sold at $30 and batches of sugar cookies sold at $20. Our decision variables represents the decision we'll be making on how many chocolate chip and sugar cookies we'll be making. And here we have set up the following constraints. Now that we have our model, it's time to solve it. Over the next 3 videos, I'll show you 3 different ways of solving this problem: graphically, algebraically, and then using Excel. However, make sure you watch these videos in order because each video will build off of the previous one. All right, see you in the next video.